August 29, 2008, Monroe County at Taylor County. This is John Osgood along with Bobby Dale Jurls on a beautiful late summer afternoon, nearing 6:40 Central Time back home. We're up here in the Eastern Time Zone. The sun's setting, the shadow's getting long on the field. We're getting ready to open the football season, Bob. It's a nice afternoon.
Yeah, it's, you know, if you remember back a couple or 3 years ago, I think we've had the heat index has been so high. I know we went down to Warren East one. They lacked about an hour before we could start, but it's clouded over and been some showers in the area, and we've come through a few, so that's cooled it down. So there'll be no problem with the weather tonight, and the sun, like you said, I don't think there'll be any problem, any rain. So it's going to be a good night for football, and it's a beautiful field out there. It's Bermuda just like ours is. And there's not, of course, there's not been a game played on it, so it just is nice and level, no muddy spots anywhere. So no excuses there on the playing field, and of course everybody's got beautiful fields anymore. It ain't like the old days.
Coach Pettit running through some offensive plays down to our left with his starters. The Cardinals down here to our right. And looking for an excellent football game. The Falcons hoping to get off to a good footing this season. Played this team the first game of the season last year. Lost a heartbreaker by 1 on a field goal with about 3 minutes to go. And hopefully we can turn that around. They have an outstanding running back returning. He's running through some plays down here now. And as Coach Pettit talked last night, we can see Big 7 out there, a transfer from Danville, an outstanding player. But the Falcons, according to the reports I've heard, have been playing some good defense in the 2 scrimmages.
I didn't get to see any of the scrimmages, but I think we won both of them. Of course, the first with Hart and the second against Campbellsville, and as Coach Pettit say here in a few minutes, come out of them with no serious injuries, and that's good. We're starting the season is about as good a shape as we could possibly to be in. I know Kobe Hamilton is out for the year with his he got a broken wrist or something or bone. Anyway, I know he's out for the year. So, but everybody else is going to be able to play tonight, and so that's good to get to start the season with everybody anyway.
Yeah. Monroe County visiting Taylor County tonight. This is the 10th game in the series between the 2 teams. Monroe County leads the series 6-3. We've already mentioned the last time the 2 teams met was last year, 23-22. Taylor County was the winner. The previous meeting before that was 2000, 33-6. Monroe County won that game, and that was the first game on the scoreboard that Coach John Myers won. We lost the first 4 games that season, but he did later get, I think, the Allen County game by forfeit. We lost 7-6, but I think they had an ineligible player, and we ended up getting that one by forfeit. But on the scoreboard, that was his first win of his coaching career at Monroe County High School. Coach John Pettit is entering his 5th season as the head coach at Monroe County High School, and he enters it with a record of 19 wins and 24 losses. Bobby Dale is going to run down the Monroe County starters on offense.
Yeah, John, and it's going to be a lot of familiar names on here. It's not, so that's good. You know, that means you've got a lot of returning from last year. At center, if he's starting again, is the one that starts all the plays, be Clint Bybee. He's a 6 foot, 200-pound senior. At the right guard is Ethan Brown, a 5'8", 205-pound junior. Right tackle is Toby Turner, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. And the right end is Garrett Lyons, is 6'2", 190-pound senior. The left guard is Clint Jenkins, 5'10", 245-pound senior. Left tackle is Brad Cornelius, 5'9", 230-pound senior, and the wideout is Neil Wilson, 6'2", 185-pound junior. The other wideout on the other side is Tyler Welch, who's 5'10", 155-pound senior. Quarterback tonight will be Justin Harlan, 6'1", 160-pound senior. Halfback will be Tanner Kendall, 6'1", 150-pound sophomore, and the fullback will be Mikael High, 5'10", 190-pound senior. And the kicker tonight will be Justin Carter, who's a 5'8", 185-pound senior, and the punter will be Garrett Lyons. Of course, he's a 6'2", 190-pound senior.
And as Coach Pettit spoke to you there in the pregame, we listed Tanner as the starter, but he did say expected to see maybe some Sheldon and very little Caleb, I believe.
Yeah, it's good to have a bunch of tailbacks. It gets kind of like Kentucky, you got a lot of tailbacks there to pick from, but Coach Shelton's been hurt, so I'm pretty sure that Tanner's been running the halfback all week in practice, so they're going to let him start, and then we'll just have to see how Shelton falls into the mix after that.
Yeah. The band has gotten in position right in front of us, but I don't believe they're announcing the national anthem right now, so we'll run down the starting defense for the Falcons. Going to go with the four-man line this year. Jesse Bowman at one of the ends, 5'9", 165-pound senior. Jake Proctor at the other end, 5'9", 170. He's a junior. In the middle, Jared Rich, 5'7", 220, a senior, and Troy White, 5'10", 215, a junior. The cornerbacks will be Justin Harlan, 6'1", 160, a senior, and Mason Profit, 6 foot 170, a senior. The linebackers, Neil Wilson, one outside linebacker, 6'2", 185, a junior, and Garrett Lyons, 6'2", 190, a senior. And in the middle will be Mikael High, 5'10", 190, a senior. The safeties, Tanner Kendall, 6'1", 150, a sophomore, and Joseph Eaton, 5'11", 175 pounds. He is a senior, and I'm sure very happy to be back. I'm sure it was bad last year to sit and watch all season, and he's, I'm sure, happy to be back for his senior year.
And I think that's one of the keys that they're needing back from last year. Of course, Joseph's a good hard hitter in there, and that's just one of the things that they're hoping that will make this season a whole lot more productive than it was last year. Coach
Pettit talked last night about the Leonard Macon is the big guy, their receiver, 6'6", 235. I believe they listed him, a Division I prospect that transferred from Danville. And one way he hoped to stop him was actually put pressure on the quarterback. That will be up to Rich, White, Proctor, and Bowman up front, with a possible blitzer coming occasionally. And we'll keep an eye out to see how much pressure they can put on Lance Turpin, the quarterback. He was the quarterback last year. I didn't watch as they were warming up. He's 6'1", 204, a junior. And Thomas was the big runner last year. He's 5'9", 202. He's a senior this year, Chris Thomas. And they'll be the names that we should hear quite a bit about this evening.
Yeah, the worries about Leonard is he's so big, John, and he just turns around and we've got 6'2", maybe trying to guard him. He done got 4. At the end, he got 4 inches on him to start.
Several inches. The coaches for the Falcons, head coach John Pettit, as we said, entering his 5th season as the head coach. He's assisted by David White, Randy Knuckles, Randy Murphy, Rusty Hawkins, and Jordan Hale. And the captains have not come out for the toss. Let's see, if we go by the clock, we're going to be starting a little bit after 7. The running clock just went under 7 minutes. I'm not sure if they'll take that time off and go ahead and start it at the top of the hour or not. But we talked last night also on the coaches show that Coach Pettit will be calling the offense this year. He's been calling the defense for about 10 seasons. That's going to be turned over to Randy Knuckles. And Coach John Pettit will be calling the offense. Did you get, what did he tell you about the Porter family?
He was a young boy that their family was all played here, but he had cerebral palsy when he was real little, and he died. And they said they've just done so much for the school and everything, and they named the field after him. So that was good gesture there, and he kind of got just a little. You could just tell the voice there. He really meant a whole lot to everybody around here.
We complimented the field earlier. They have a nice cardinal out on the field, just like Monroe County has the nice. We used to put the MC, I believe, out in the middle of our field. Mr. Ronnie Butler and his crew back home.
I challenged Ronnie. He said no problem. He said he would make that ashamed of himself next week.
Okay.
So we got that settled.
The Taylor County captains are Lance Turpin. He's the quarterback. Chris Thomas, the running back, and 68 is Justin Hoosier. Big, was it 6'2", 265 or 85 over there? 265?
Yeah. He's a big boy anyway, but he goes.
Big 50, I think, lined up as the center. Lucas Bradshaw, he's 6'6", 289. Pretty big. I think he lined up over the ball while they were running their plays. Pretty big for a center. In football, he looked more like a basketball center. Coach Pettit has brought out Justin Harlan, Garrett Lyon, and Mikael High as his captains. And he will be kicking off to begin the game. They'll be going from our left to right. Both teams are headed to their respective sidelines, ready to get this one underway. Just an overcast sky now, but I don't believe we're going to see any rain later tonight, are we?
If it is, it's coming behind us anyway. We can't see it till it's here, so.
We came through some showers on the way up here through Metcalfe County and then between Columbia and Campbellsville. Does not look like it has rained here in downtown Campbellsville this afternoon. Let's see, there comes the kick team out. We'll see how many of them we can get as they come across. Nathan Davis, Dylan Vickery, Jacob London, Tanner Kendall, Troy White, Trevor Whitty, Justin Carter is kicking, Proctor, Braden Ward, Tyler McMillan, Mason Prophet, and I guess that's about it. Neal's over on the sideline. I believe that's everybody.
They've got the big boy running kicks back here, John.
Yeah.
What to remember his name? I've got a feeling we're going to. Was it Macon?
Leonard Macon, along with Donald White, deep to receive the Justin Carter kick. Carter has given the signal. He's waiting for the referee to motion the ball into play.
Clock still running.
Yeah, we're waiting for the final seconds to run off the clock. And then we'll have to get it reset, and hopefully the band will leave from in front of us after the opening kickoff.
Be a little quieter.
Yeah. There's the signal. Justin on the way. It's low. It will be fielded.
That thing's in the end zone.
Let it roll.
All right. You know the good part about that too, I don't know whether he done it on purpose, but he kicked it away from Macon there, John, and that was perfect.
I'd say Coach Pettit may have instructed that. Kicked it toward Donald White, but he let it go out of bounds, or go into the end zone.
It just, about a yard?
Yeah, it was going toward the pylon. The Cardinals will begin their first drive on the 20-yard line.
There's a flag. Oh, it didn't start the clock.
Okay. Yeah, it's still at 15. Well, they went right to kick when they got it set on the 15. Taylor sends two receivers to the left and one to the right.
Well, the clock shouldn't have started. Nobody took it. Is it 12-minute quarters? I guess it is. Is it? Yeah. We're talking playing call. No, that's college.
He had 15 on the clock.
And he was right. It shouldn't start it. It went out of bounds, and nobody touched it.
Macon wide to the right, two receivers to the left, an eye backfield behind Turpin. He's looking at the four-down lineman of Monroe County. Brings a man in motion. He joins Turpin on the left side. They sweep it to the left side. This is Thomas. He's in for a first down and out near the 40-yard line, almost a 20-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage for Taylor County.
It's not a good start, John. That was too easy. We didn't even. I think when we finally got him down and then the only reason I think we got him in, he was fixing to go out of bounds and just cut it back. And
first and 10 on the 39-yard line.
First and 10 on the 39-yard line.
Turpin lines up in the shotgun between his backs. Thomas and Skylar Edelman. Making a split to the right, throwing that way to him. He has it at the 40, 45, brought down at the 50.
You know, I just looking. We're playing about 10 yards off him, John, so there's a flag. That'll have to be on us.
Yeah, it was thrown a little bit late. Ball's across midfield. Kendall and Eaton were the tacklers.
Of course, I guess we're going to give that to him, and I'm not sure they'll take that all night, though, John.
11:26, first drive of the game. Taylor County with the football. Officials talking over the penalty.
Dead ball, personal foul.
And sportsmanlike conduct against Taylor. So Mr. Macon may have done something when he got up. He's been brought out of the game.
Hey, that's a surprise, John. I thought it would have had to have been against us, but.
It would have been a first down, but it brings it all the way back to the Taylor County 36. Should have been thought it was after the play, but they're Still saying first down. Oh, and okay, they gave him a first down, and because they've moved the boxes back with the chains back with the box. So it's 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 13. Turpin again in the shotgun. He looks to the left, throws that way. Man wide open is Hollingsworth, brought down by Wilson.
Well, that's if we read that a little better, John, and break on that, you can see that coming.
Yeah, Justin was the corner or whatever. He was giving him a lot of room.
But I mean, he just got 2 yards on it, so that's fine defense. But that thing stayed in the air a long time, too, though. That'd be a good one to pick off, and it's nothing but green between you and the touchdown.
Ben Hollingsworth, the reception. 2nd and 8 from the 38. Turpin under center with an eye behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. This is Thomas.
There we go.
I believe, is that Eaton around his ankles?
I don't know. He didn't go nowhere. I know that. Might have lost.
Yeah, Eaton, number 80, and also 56, Jesse Bowman. No gain.
Didn't
3rd
move
and 8.
That's big defense right here now, John. We need to. These are the key plays. These 3rd down and long.
10-13, first quarter. Taylor's had the ball. Turpin between the split backs and the shotgun, making to the right. Turpin rolls that way, looks to throw. Oh, I thought Eaton was going to have a chance. He got a hand on it.
It was enough to, if the quarterback had thrown it where it could have been caught, he'd have had it.
Yep. He was breaking in front of Macon. It's incomplete. Brings up 4th and 8. Cardinals will line up to punt. Neil Wilson, the only Falcon back deep. He's back at about his own 25-yard line.
And I didn't watch their punter warm up, neither did you. I don't know what.
Well, they gave him a yard on the spot. Or no, it's on 38. It is Leonard Macon, the punter. He stands at about the 27, waiting the snap. He's going to fake it on the run. We don't have anybody over there on the right end. First down across midfield. He's inside the 35-yard line, finally brought down to Neil Wilson.
I was thinking that, but I said, surely not down way down here, this far down.
See a flag out there, though, on the 37. So maybe that will bring it back. That's maybe why we didn't have anybody out there. They were being held, and that will nullify that big gain. 9:49 in the first quarter, no score.
Well, we got away with that, John. Maybe we'll be watching it now, and we escaped the bullet on that. I thought he was gone. I thought he was going to break it. He is quick, though, ain't he? Man, that guy can
get
move.
Those big, long strides going. He can cover 5 yards and a stride and a half. Ball will be spotted inside the Taylor 30. Back to the 27. The flag was on the 37-yard line. Now Macon is standing about his 14-yard line. See what kind of punt he can get away. Not a big step into it. It's slow. Neal will field it at the 42-yard line, and he's up almost to midfield.
Good field position. Good catch. Caught it on the run, and it's might have been good time for a fair catch, too. I just know they don't hit but he gained about 5 out of it, but the defense was close.
Monroe County takes over at 9:40 of the first quarter, their first possession. It's on their own 49-yard line.
They're ready to go.
And we're going to expect the play that Coach Pettit called last night. Sheldon's going to be out there. Look for the bone left. They are in the bone. Bone left, crazy left, and student body left. Neil Wilson's lined up at quarterback. Wilson's wide to the left. A long count. Neil's going to sweep it that way to the left behind all those blockers, and he will not get anything. Macon breaks it up.
Nobody blocked Macon. I don't think anybody hit him, John.
Now they had the set play, the run, but it lost 2 yards. We'll have to work on that one. Well, 2nd and 12. We'll look where Macon's lining up. He's lined up at an outside linebacker. They have 4 guys up front and 5. I guess this guy's a corner. I guess 4 linebackers. Fake to high on the pitch. It's Kendall. He breaks the first tackle. He's across midfield. Thomas hit him in the backfield, but Kendall got out of that. A nice pitch from Harlan. Tanner gets it into Taylor County territory. on the Taylor 45 with 8:49 to play in the first quarter. 0-0. Monroe needs about 4 yards for a first down. Wishbone behind Harlan. It's High, Hamilton, and Kendall. Fake it to both of the tailbacks. Harlan spins away. He's trying to throw. Has Eaton across the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's down to the 30, inside the 30-yard line for a first down.
Excuse me, I took my eyes off Justin. He had to take a good lick out of that because he held that a long time.
Made a good move to spin away from a tackle. He faked to Hamilton and Kendall in the backfield and then found Eaton open for the first. First and 10 on the Taylor 28-yard line. Same formation.
How many gain on that, John?
We've got a
47 to the
Wilson
28.
and Lyon tight ends on either side. We were on the 45. Handed off to Hamilton over the left guard. He's down around the 25. That would have been 17, I believe, on that,
Yeah, I had 8.
on that run. Spotted on the 24. Second down. Needed a long 6 or 7 for a first down. Clock just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. 0-0. Monroe moving on the first drive of the game. Their first drive of the game. Taylor turned it over on downs. Harlan calling his count. He's taking it up the middle on the quarterback sneak. And a good gain. Maybe close to a first.
Quarterback number 12.
They signal third, but it will be very short yardage for a first down. Ball is inside the 20. Looks like it's on the 19. I guess almost a yard for the first down. The line comes up. Bybee over the ball with Brown and Jenkins to either side of him. Wishbone in the backfield. 2 tight ends. High, right up the middle in a nice gain. Inside the 15-yard line. I believe you ran that on the Brown side of the center. Ethan Brown. First down on the 13. 6:58, first quarter. Falcons on the move.
How many did you give him on that, John? I've got behind. I can't catch up.
It's on the 13. He got about 6 on that. It was on the 19. Wishbone again. Neil Wilson split very wide to the right. Pitch it to Kendall, sweeping to the right.
Boy, he should have cut that up.
Yeah.
He cuts that up. It's a nice one.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, I seen it. I thought he looked at it too, and the block was inside is the reason he should have cut it.
He does gain to the 11-yard line.
That'll bring up second down.
Second and 8.
About 7 yards to go.
Falcons nearing the end zone, inside the red zone, as they call it. Hamilton, High, and Kendall in the backfield in the wishbone. Wilson split to the left. Lyon, the tight end, on the left. That's a lateral. Get on it. Well, they're calling it incomplete. It looked like he threw it behind him.
Well, if he has that where he can keep running, no, it's just a little low, but it was a gainer.
The incompletion brings up third and 8. 5:57 to play in the first quarter. No score. Ball on the 11-yard line of Taylor County. Joseph Eaton comes in with the play. I thought he might have been looking for Wilson on the corner route on that pass play. Justin's a left-handed quarterback. Ball on the right hash. Wishbone in the backfield. Receiver and tight end to the right. Tried to hand it off to High up the middle. Fumble the exchange. Harlan falls on it back at the 25-yard line.
He got this penetration on the defense. About the time he tried to hand it, that boy almost got the handoff, as they say.
It's back to the 24-yard line. It's fourth down. Falcons need to make the 4 for a first down.
What did he lose on that? About?
It was on the 11. Lost 13.
Ooh.
Who was at the most fault, if it was McHale or Justin?
Well, I think a whole lot of it was their defense.
Yeah. Have to give the fumble to somebody.
Yeah.
Justin in the shotgun, standing to the right of McHale High. Hamilton and Wilson to the right. Kendall, I guess that's Garrett, to the left. Harden looks to throw. Throws to Kendall. It's almost intercepted, but
That'd have been a good. I wish he had intercepted it down there.
Not sure if he meant to drop it, but for Taylor, he did the best thing. It was broken up by Zach Means near the goal line.
Harlan took a shot too, John. I mean, he took a hit because he's standing in there holding it.
He has his headgear off and he's walking to the sideline. I heard someone in the press box ask if his helmet came off. So Taylor takes over with 4:59 to play in the first quarter. No score at their own 23-yard line. I backfield, sweep it to the right side. A flag. I think they may have been moving early.
Who was he throwing that pass to?
Chase. Penalty will be against Taylor County. Taylor County wants a timeout. Timeout comes at 4:56 of the first quarter.
Well, we had a good drive there, John. It just, because as we said, the little swing pass there was just a little low. Then we had the missed handoff, and of course that's 2 plays, and that really we had a dandy drive going.
The penalty on Taylor sets up a 1st and 15. They have an I backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Turpin under the center and swings it out to Macon, and he dropped it. Eaton was right there ready to hit him, along with Mason Profit.
Yeah, we had him then. He wasn't going anywhere on that one. I think that's what he might have been watching too. Of course, the ball was just a little low, but
I believe he might have seen Joseph coming out of the corner of his eye. 2 wide receivers to the right. They had Macon in close. Pitch it to Thomas. We hit him in the ball. He breaks loose. He's at the 40. Chase is going to try to catch him. He will. He trips him up. What was it, about a 5-yard loss ball?
Had him in the backfield wrapped up.
Chase Kendall runs him down, but it's inside Monroe County territory with 4:36. It's at the 19-yard line, 18-yard line.
Yeah, I was done getting ready to cheer the defense there, John, and he's twisted out of that and turned it into a huge gain. Just that shows Chase's speed, run him down. He had a head start too.
4:25 to play in the first. I backfield behind Turpin. Pitch it left side to Thomas. We're in the backfield again, and we're going to hold on to him. Coach Knuckles talked last night about our gang tackling, but we somehow let him out on that previous play. At the bottom of the pile, see Bowman is already up, and that's High getting up last. Ball spotted on the 20. Lost 1. 2nd and 11. Turpin between his backs in the backfield. Macon is in close on the right side of the line. A receiver split wide either side. Turpin looking to his left. Bobbled but caught. Short gain. Ben Hollingsworth. Sheldon has come in at one of the corners.
Well, they're going to give him back the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's between the 17 and 18-yard lines. Sheldon's in for Justin. Is that Justin at the end of the Monroe County players on the right, Bob? He's taking a break. Took a pretty good shot on the last Monroe offensive play. And they're sending High out. Must have an equipment problem. 3:07, first quarter. Garrett Lyons have been taking a break. He replaces McHale. 3rd and long, about 9 for the Cardinals. Macon split wide to the right. Turpin under the center calling his play. Looks at his backs. Thomas is deep in the eye. Give it to the fullback on the right guard. He'll have a gain inside the 15. Skylar Edelin.
Clint Bobby was on the tackle there, John. He was the first one. Put him down.
4th down on the 14-yard line.
Well, this would be a big put old Mo back on our side, John. This crowd really got into that big run there. If we can stop them here. And I'm looking, don't give number 7 too much cushion here. He's just needing 6 yards.
Mason Profit goes out on him. He's split wide to the right. Turpin in the shotgun between his backs. Edelin and Thomas. 2 receivers to the left. Clock approaching 2 minutes in the first quarter. No score.
These are running wild over there.
Macon gives us 5 yards.
Wonder who the ball was going to.
He started his route a little bit too soon.
Usually that means the ball. He was fixing to do a fade. I bet you what was coming there, John.
Bybee goes out. Let's see. who's new up on the line. McHale's back in. He came in, the line stayed in, so Bobby's out on this play. White, Proctor, Rich, and Bowman are on the front line. Macon's to the left on this formation. Turpin in the shotgun again between the backs. Profit is up close on Macon. Turpin looks that way, throws high. Kendall is back there with Profit. Macon goes up and catches it for the touchdown. And that's the 6'6" height advantage. He puts Taylor on the board with 1:58 to play in the first quarter.
How many yards was it? 20?
It should have been on the 19. I think it was on the 14 before the penalty.
Well, they had it scouted, but I mean, he almost come over the top of them, but you know, he got up and we didn't. No,
Yeah.
he jumped and we didn't.
Yeah, Mason was there. He was in position. Of course, the ball was thrown very well. It was thrown high. The snap is bobbled. They pitch it to Macon. He will be, Neal has him. He throws it, but it's dropped. Dropped by David White, or Donald White. Donald White. Well, the score remains 6-0 with 1:58 to play in the first quarter.
Thought we was going to get out of that, John. We played, give them the big run, and then come up with a big play there, though. I mean, that's their star, though. That's when they're supposed to make it.
So 77-yard drive. Began with 4:59 to play in the quarter.
Who was the quarterback? Number one?
Turpin, number 5, Lance Turpin. Taylor's taken the 6-0 lead. The big play was the run by Chris Thomas. Had him in the backfield. 2 or 3 guys in the backfield looked like we're going to make the tackle, but he broke loose. Chase Kendall did run him down inside the 20, but the Cardinals score on 4th down. Monroe will send Kendall, Hamilton, and Wilson deep. Kicking for the Cardinals. Don't see a ball out there, Bob. Thomas is bringing it out. Edelin and Thomas are both standing there. I believe Thomas is going to kick, Chris Thomas. Hamilton's in the middle, Kendall and Wilson on either side of him. Up front for the Falcons, Bowman, Rich, that's Justin Carter, Nathan Davis, and Profit. There's Lyon couldn't get that second row. It's going to be fielded at the 29-yard line. A flag fielded by Dylan Vickery. Nice run back. Flag will probably be against Monroe.
Well, we would have had dandy field position again, John.
It's an illegal use of the hands. The flag is at the Monroe County 38-yard line. 1:51. Monroe will begin this drive, trailing 6-0. Ball will be on the 20, call it the 28. The Falcons can move the ball again. Had a good offensive drive. Got down inside the 15-yard line, but a couple of bobbles. Wide receiver to either side. I backfield. Kendall is on the back behind High. Handed off to Kendall on the left side. He's tackled a short gain. He got it to the 30. 2nd down. Back of the ball may still be on the 29. Welch comes wide to the right. Wilson to the left. Eaton is the tight end on the left side. Harlan calling his play. Hands off to Kendall, left tackle. Pops it outside. He has a 1st down. 45 and brought down around midfield.
Nice run.
Ball, I believe, is going to be spotted on the Taylor County side of midfield. Clock stopped at 1:05. 1st down for Monroe County. It is just inside midfield. Clock was stopped to move the chains. Now back on the run. I backfield. Sheldon Hamilton in the back of the eye behind High. Wilson to the right. Give it to Hamilton over the right side. We'll have about 3.
Somebody grabbed him by the jersey there, John, or he was a juking fixing to go and pulled him down. But still a nice game.
That's inside the 47, so we'll call it the 46. 2nd down.
About 7 yards to go.
This may be the final play of the first quarter if it's a running play. Not an incomplete pass. Now this official blows his whistle. Taylor's calling timeout.
Why?
That's a little odd. With 18 seconds to play in the first quarter, Taylor leads it 6-0. Like a rather unusual time to call a timeout with 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2nd and 7 for Monroe County. High and Hamilton behind Harlan. Wilson right. And looks like Taylor has jumped offside. Didn't see anybody move on the Monroe County side. 5-yard penalty against Taylor County.
We got our penalty, John.
I don't believe so.
That's 40 for them. 40 yards.
40 yard. And some big plays called back too. Spot that on the 41. 2nd and short with 18 seconds to play in the first quarter. We've got 5 up on the line, 2 linebackers behind them. Harlan will hand it off to Hamilton. Don't believe he crossed the 40. He got close to the 40. Don't believe he crossed it. And we'll have to do that for a first down. That will end the first quarter. Taylor County will lead it 6-0 at the end of 1. Welch left, Wilson right. High backfield behind Harlan. 3rd and very short. Kendall is behind High in the backfield. Taylor jumps again. Well, Harlan called some signals and went under center, and they jumped immediately right when he put his hands under Bybee. That penalty will give Monroe a first down. Ball spotted on the 35-yard line of Taylor County. Taylor leads 6-0. Clock still with 12 minutes on it. Beginning the second quarter. Ball on the left hash. Welch left and Wilson right.
We did have a penalty a while ago, John. That went on the kickoff.
Eaton the tight end on the right side. We're trying to sweep it that way. Ball on the field.
And it hit high, and it was going to Kendall.
Yeah.
And it hit high, and he didn't even have his hands up.
He was supposed to be out front blocking for Kendall. Justin Harlan fell on it at the 35, 2nd and 10. Lyon checks in with play. He'll be lined up as a tight end. This is only the second possession for the Falcons. Had a deep penetration the first time, ended up at the 24, but had it further, but lost some yardage on a bobble play. Harlan rolling to his right, throws. I believe it was intended for Welch, over his head, out of bounds. Bring up 3rd down and 10 with 11:07 to play in the second quarter. Wilson was also in the vicinity, but I believe it was over the head of Tyler. Now Monroe wants a timeout. That's at 11:07. Monroe trailing 6-0. Justin Harlan in the shotgun. Caleb Maxey to his right. Bring Kendall in motion. Straight back to throw. It's a tailback screen to Maxey, but thrown short, incomplete. Thomas is going to be there close if he'd caught it.
No, there's all after Justin. Everyone, there was 5 back there after him, so that means there was 6 trying to cover the other 10.
Don't know if you ever looked at Chase or not, but it was a tailback screen trying to get it to Caleb Maxey over on the right side. Thrown short, incomplete. Brings up 4th down. We're on the 35, 4th and 10. Garrett Lyon in punt formation. He's standing on the Taylor County 47.
We need to aim this one. I don't know. We might try something here, John. I can't.
Harlan is the
He don't make a good punt. We won't game us on
personal
this.
protector. Going to punt it high toward the right corner.
Oh, it bounced the wrong way.
Yep. Yeah, it bounced left. If it had bounced right, it would have gone out of bounds.
I mean, he had it, but it was just a yard too hard or too much left. It's a 35-yard punt in the air, but he just got credit for 20 yards of it. The ball's on the 20,
yeah,
so he
15.
lost it. Yeah, 15 of it.
Taylor takes over with 10:55 to play in the second. They lead 6-0. Ball on their 20-yard line. Macon sprinting to the left side. Have 2 receivers very wide to the right. Hamilton and Wilson go over to cover them. Thomas the only back behind Turpin. There's another receiver over there with Macon on the left side. Turpin straight back. Draw play to Thomas right up the middle. We have him 82. Trevor Whitty in on the tackle.
Thomas does a lot of juking, don't he, John? He jumps and darts.
Gain 3 to the 23, 2nd and 7. He's not an easy target. Let's see. What do they list him? It's 5'9", 202. Turpin
He can move.
Yep. Turpin stands between split backs and the shotgun. Macon split to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Turpin looks toward Macon, fakes. Now he's going to throw deep. Profits back there. It's thrown too far. Incomplete. Kendall also helping out.
Profit looks up. He might could have intercepted that, John. He was just staying right with Leonard, and which actually is his assignment. That ball was thrown more to him than it was Leonard, but he was up under his armpits on that note.
Yeah, they usually say, you know, it was thrown when it's thrown out into the field like that, it gives the defender a better chance of making a play on it. Clock stopped at 10:06, second quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals on their own 23-yard line. Macon to the left, Turpin in the shotgun. He's bootlegging to his right. Proctor's there and takes him down to the backfield. A little help from Mikael High.
Proctor wanted a first and got him.
Proctor off of the left end with the sack.
Yeah, Mikael was blitzing and Proctor was just playing straight up.
Back to the 14-yard line. Brings up 4th down and 16.
Reckon they'll fake kissing, John?
They have a new punter. Thomas is going to punt.
We'll have to watch that because the Leonard was not he didn't have a good punt a while ago.
Wilson standing inside the midfield. This is not a good one unless it hits and rolls. Neal fields it on his own 49 down the left sideline, 40-35. Monroe will have excellent field position to begin this drive.
We've had good field position except the last drive, because we had the penalty, but we need to take advantage of this, John. You don't stay in the other end, the defense, other teams end of the field all night. You got to score them, got to make them pay for it.
Monroe takes over with 9:14 to play in the first half, trailing 6-0. And it's on the 30-yard line. Hamilton behind High in the eye. Wilson right and Wilson left, Welch right. A tight end on the left side. Pitch it to Hamilton, give it to Wilson. He's looking to throws for Welch, short, incomplete. He was open.
Yeah, he just threw it a little.
Tyler actually went out there and stopped, and he was open. Wilson pass fell incomplete, 2nd and 10. Falcons will use Neal at quarterback to throw in situations like that. He played some quarterback last year. Harlan has the eye behind him. Kendall, the deep back. Pitch it to Kendall, sweeping right side. High's out front blocking along with Brown. And he gained about 5. We'll see where they spot it. Clock inside 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Give him 4 to the 26. 3rd down. Hamilton back in at the back of the eye. Welch left and Wilson right. That's Lyon, the tight end, on the right side, and another offside against Taylor.
Man, that's killing them.
That's been too easy tonight. According to the yard markers, I believe it's going to be short. According to the chain over there, it looked like it would almost give us first down, but it's
they might need to make it for that.
Because we started outside the 30. It's on about the 31.
Well, they're marking it at the same spot, though.
They say hold up. Coach Pettit may have asked for a measurement. They're looking at it.
If their eye's that good, but I'd ask for a measurement on this. When you put the marker right with the first down marker, you're just talking a couple of inches. And I don't know who lined this field off, John. It might not be square, It could be off that much. They might not have Ronnie and company done it.
I believe it was up at Caverna several years ago. It went out there. It looked like it was 2 yards short, and they took it out there, and they had a first down. Set it down, stretch the chain. It is. Mikael High is up there looking at it from Monroe. Mikael says first.
It is.
So does the official.
I don't know.
Good call over there on the sideline to ask the chains to come out. 8:24, second quarter. Taylor 6, Monroe 0. 1st and 10 for Monroe County. Somewhere around the 20 or 21. Harlan fakes to Mikael High, keeps it himself, and has a good game.
Still going.
First down.
No, he's got to be close to the. Oh, yeah, he has a first down. I hadn't saw that. He done passed it up.
Big pile up on the far side of the field. We'll see. It's inside the 10. maybe near the 5. I have to get the field glasses out later, Bob. I believe it's on the 5. Press box, we're not real high. There's a level above us that probably has a better view of that. 8:05, clock running in the second quarter. Welch split wide to the left, Wilson to the right. I backfield behind Harlan. Give it to, no. Harlan kept it. Thought High had a touchdown, but Justin Harlan does have one. He kept it on the option. 7:51 in the first half, 7:51 in the second quarter. Monroe on the board, 6-6.
Big extra point here, John. Of course, we got Carter's doing the extra point kicking this year. This is the first time he's done it.
I believe so. High, the snapper, and Eaton back in there to hold. They did that combination back when they were freshmen. Eaton places the tee down at the 10. Yeah, this should be Justin's first attempt.
He's the old-fashioned straight away.
They're going to fake it. Eaton's throwing to, is that Wilson? For 2 points.
That's a big, I don't know sure if I'd have done it or not though, John, but the 1 point puts you ahead too, you know. But
8-6, Falcons, 7:51 to play in the second quarter. The Falcons have moved the ball tonight. Had a little trouble that first time, got down inside the 15. Couldn't punch it in. This time take it in, but had excellent field position on the punt. Garrett almost backed them up. It went in the end zone. They took over at the 20. And we ended up getting them back to the 14 on the sack by Proctor with a little assist from McHale High. And then Neil Wilson fielded the punt on the Monroe 49, got that all the way down to the 30. And that set us up for a short field, and Monroe takes it in for the touchdown. Justin Carter will be kicking. He places the tee in the middle of the field. Sometimes you'll see him place it on a hash. Justin puts it right in the middle of the field. Macon is deep, along with Donald White. They're back at the 10-yard line. Justin approaches. It's low, kick toward White. He feels it at the 19-yard line, right up the middle. Good tackle by Wyatt. Troy Wyatt and Jacob London on the tackle.
I like the way we were kicking off, John. I mean, we're doing a good job of keeping it away from him, Leonard, because they're got their names backwards here. I can't get used to saying that. They got them alphabetical.
Taylor takes over on their own 32.
Yeah, a lot of time left here in the second quarter, so we got to clamp it down here and play some good D again.
An high backfield behind Turpin. Thomas is on the back of it. Macon split wide to the right. A man in motion joins him. They sweep it back to the left. Thomas, we've got the outside position. We bring him down for a loss. Neil Wilson, Jesse Bowman, Sheldon Hamilton, McHale High. There's the gang tackling that Coach Knuckles talked about last night.
And they were talking about that exact play, John. Motion to the double. And I forgot who it was. He threw his hand up in the air there, which was a signal that it was coming that way. And that was just good scouting because we heard them talking about it on the way up. So, and when you make them lose, 3 to 4 yards on it, it's good defense.
Back, we'll call it the 29-yard line, second down, and about 14. Turpin in the shotgun. One back standing beside him.
Got Macon time here now.
He's the inside receiver on the right side. Turpin looking to his left, being chased. And Bowman, Rich is back there. And I believe Rich brought him down. I think Bowman was the first one to make some contact. Taylor wants a timeout. Their coach is not happy. The Falcons sideline is happy. The ball's back at the 20-yard line, and we'll be back to see if we can hold them on this third and long. 6:32 to play in the first half. The Falcons lead it 8-6. Falcons have the Cardinals backed up to their own 20-yard line. Turpin in a shotgun, standing beside Thomas. Back to throw. Under pressure again. And he throws it, but it's short. Bowman and Wyatt had him wrapped up in the backfield. Brings up fourth down, 6:27 to play in the first half. Falcons force an incomplete pass under the pressure of Bowman and Wyatt in the backfield. Turpin got it away, but it only went about 5 yards.
It
And there's no
comes
one
shooting
there.
out there, and I thought it was I don't know if there's anybody. Of course, I guess it was hitting, so they can't call grounding on
Yeah.
it. But I mean, it was nobody. It just looked like a fumble come running out there. But the defense come to the occasion then, John. I mean, that was a great 3 series there, and now
They've lost 17 yards on this series.
sideline warning. Get off the field, John.
They're lining up to punt with 6:27, 4th and 22.
They've got Macon back there, but I don't see him running from back here. Yeah, he is. He's going to run that. You're kidding me.
Right up the middle now. Neil Wilson will not bring him down short of the first. He's still in the run. Well, they pretty much just opened a little hole at the line of scrimmage, and there he went.
John, nobody goes 4th and 20 on the 20-yard line and fakes punt.
Taylor just did. I can erase that. We didn't stop him back at the 15-yard line.
I cannot believe that.
4th and 22 from the 15-yard line. He runs it 35 and 9. He runs it 44 yards for a first down.
Ooh-wee, you'll think of that one. Come remember that one.
Put a star by that one.
Put a big, big star by that play.
If they score, if we hold them. Of course, if we'd held them there,
Well,
we could have
we
scored.
was going to have the ball on the
Yep.
20-yard line.
Shotgun formation. Thomas to the left of Turpin. 2 receivers to either side. They're going to throw to the right side. It is complete inside the 35. A.J. Wayne, the receiver.
Looks like number 80, Joseph Eaton on the stop for the Falcons.
Well, I guess if he comes in to punt, you just supposed to get ready for a run.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even play punt. I'd just pull everybody up and play run. If you're gonna go on it there, you'll go anywhere.
Second down, ball on the Monroe County 34-yard line.
Second and a manageable 3 yards.
Clock stopped at 5:45. Play ended out of bounds. Monroe leads 8-6. Now trying to overcome the shock of that 44-yard fake punt. Taylor calls another timeout.
That's their last. This half. That's 3, I know.
5:45. Second and about 3 for the Cardinals. Hand off to Thomas High. Has him in the backfield. McHale High and Jesse Bowman also there. McHale had him right when he took the handoff. Back to the 37-yard line of Monroe County. 3rd down. McHale High made the tackle in the backfield. Brings up 3rd down from the 37-yard line. Monroe 8, Taylor 6. Approaching 5 minutes to play in the first half. Monroe trying to recover from a very long fake punt play. 3rd down and about 7. Turpin in the shotgun. Looks to throw to his left. Not much pressure this time. Intercepted at the 25-yard line by McHale High and brought down at the 37. McHale High, the middle linebacker, dropping back in coverage in that play.
And it was thrown right to him too. I mean, there was nobody around.
37 is going to mark. So they got to the 37. That drive ends at 4:48. Monroe takes over. 4 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the second quarter at their own 38-yard line. 13-yard return by McHale. High backfield behind Harlan. Fake it to Hamilton. Rolling to his left, throwing back to the right to Hamilton. He has some open room. 40, 45, 50, 40, 35. Brought down inside the 30-yard line of Taylor County. Faked it to him on the running play. Rolled to his left a little bit. Justin Harlan did.
Just
And
hit
back
him
to
in
his
that one
right.
now. That put him right in stride.
He must have stepped out of bounds. They mark it back at the Taylor 30. It's between the 38 and 37. That'll be the 37-yard line. 4:37 to play.
Cipher it up there, John.
13 and where was it back here?
40, 37.
25 yards. High backfield, Kendall, the back. Fake it to High, a late pitch. That was dangerous. Kendall caught it. Justin should have gone ahead and held on to it. He was being tackled. He had a good game, Justin did. Or I thought he did, but that was a little dangerous. 4:16, clock running. Monroe up by 2. We're nearing halftime. 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Hamilton on the back of the eye. Wilson right, Welch left. Harlan looks at his line, the defense, 5 defensive linemen. Hamilton right up the middle, nice gain. Pull back, but that was a high tackle and a flag. Would that be a face?
That's a face mask. That's got to be a 15-yarder. I don't think that was no.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think that was no. What do you call it? Inadvertent.
No.
What do you call it?
Yeah,
Touch it. Yeah,
yeah.
When you just.
Yeah, he's giving the personal
Yeah,
foul
15
signal.
big ones. He went down too hard.
The play ended at the 32. The penalty will take us inside the 20. Thomas coming back into the Taylor County defense. Kendall coming into the Monroe offense. Let's run down the line. See Cornelius and Jenkins. They'll be on the left side of Bybee. Brown and Turner on his right side. Eaton is the tight end. Wilson is wide to the right, Webster to the left. 3:50 to play in the half.
Plenty of time to get something in here, John.
Ball looks like it's on about the 18.
Got 2 timeouts left.
Kendall behind High. Harlan, a quarterback sneak. Nice gain.
He might have gained 10 out of that, close to it. That's worked all out, ain't it?
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to see the gain when they get
they're
on that far
they're
side.
stopping it, so they must be in the measure. Yeah, so it's close to 10.
Clock stopped for the measurement at 3:31 of the second quarter. Falcons began this drive on their own 38 after the McHale High interception.
Nope, they didn't give it to him, John. They don't laugh. I tell you, that's good, though. That's just another play you get. It looked like 6 inches or something.
Second and very short inside the 10-yard line of Taylor County. They bring the chain of the ball out to the right hash to place it. I guess officially we'll call it the 9-yard line because the 8 will be the first down. Hamilton behind High. Wilson left. Welch right. That's the short side of the field. Line is the tight end on the left side beside Cornelius. They start the clock. Justin Harlan begins calling his signals. Handed off to Hamilton, left tackle. Has running room, and he is in.
There you go. I tell you, been a long time since we've seen no Shelton run that hard.
And that line just kept moving.
He's running hard tonight.
That was behind Jenkins, Cornelius, and Lyon. And McHale High got in there from the fullback position. That's at 3:18. The Falcons score to go ahead 14-6. That was a 62-yard drive after the interception. Justin Carter lining up to kick the extra point. Good snap, good place.
That looks right down the middle.
It's good. 15-6, Monroe County. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the first half. Falcons have moved the ball tonight, Bob.
Yes, we have. Well, we had one punt.
Yep.
And it was down here on about, was down to about the 30 on it.
Invite you to join us at home next week. Play Adair County, 7 o'clock kickoff.
I think we played well. We haven't had any turnovers, but Taylor's just kept you on the edge. You don't know what they're fixing to do. And
they have,
at least we're on the good end of it, 15-6, though. That's the main thing right now.
They have 2 big play people.
I know it. Then they're in almost everything that goes on too.
Thomas from the backfield, Macon from either the receiver or the punt position. Justin Carter placing his tee at the 40-yard line in the middle of the field.
We scored so quick, they've got a lot of clock left. Well, they don't have any timeouts though, so they can't stop it just out of bounds and first downs.
Carter approaches along the ground again toward White. He has trouble fielding it at the 20. He's coming around. Looked like he thought he was going to try to hand it off. He's taken down
somebody
back to 15.
Zeroed him out. 85. Who is that?
That's McMillan, Tyler McMillan. He was coming around as if he were going to hand it off to Macon or something, but Macon cut in front of him, and then Tyler plastered him.
I mean, he just looked like he just run over him, and he didn't go down either.
3:11.
Oh, here's a flag.
Did we celebrate going off the field or something?
I don't know.
3:11 on the clock, first half.
No, it's illegal in the back. I thought
Well, he did this as if they offset.
We declined it.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess they're going to have to kick off again.
I thought that ad just goes on to it, though, John, from the point of the play. They might have been 2. I missed it, but that was the decline sign. But
first and 10 from the 15-yard line, Taylor County. Handed off to Thomas. We hit him at the line, and he's going to have a gain near the 20. That one was up the middle.
That penalty's got me, John. I was sitting here talking. I might have missed it.
It's on the 19, gain 4, 2nd and 6.
6 yards to go.
Macon goes wide to the left, 2 receivers to the right, split backs, and Turpin is between them in the shotgun. Looks toward Macon, hits him over there. We miss him at the line of scrimmage. Kendall runs him out of bounds. Got to try to go for his ankles. Looks like it's going to be at the 33. It's a first down. Clock stopped, went out of bounds. 2:30. Monroe 15. Taylor 6. All on the left hash. Macon started to the left. Now he comes to the right.
And I'd have seen so much shifting in it on both sides of the ball.
Turpin between split backs.
Oh, I thought they moved.
They did. Broken up by Eaton. Nice play. They were trying to throw it to Michael Coulter.
I thought they moved down here. And you, John?
Yeah, then Coulter, the inside man, he started back before the ball was snapped, looked like. And he backed up and got behind Macon, and they were trying to throw it to him, and Joseph Eaton read it.
Well, what was one? But of course, we say this and say this. One more step would have been, and he walks into the end zone on that. It was a little out.
2:27, 2nd and 10 from the Taylor 33-yard line. Macon is the inside man on the right. Split backs, shotgun again. 1 receiver to the left. Eaton is going to be heads up with Macon. Faked through him short. Proctor has the quarterback by the arm. Another guy's picked it up. Is that Thomas? He's brought down to the backfield.
That ball was loose. Well, I knew it was. Wilson he was the one that tackled him.
Yeah. Nice play by Proctor. He had the right arm of the quarterback. Ball came loose, picked up by Thomas. He's tackled at the 26, where it will be 3rd down. They've got the box back at the. Yeah, that's right.
That's about 3rd and 20.
Yeah, they were up here. They've got to get to the 43. So, yes, they like 17 for a first. Ball's on the 26. Clock running at 1:38.
Now you just don't want big play, John. Don't let them get behind you is what you worry about now. Anything in front of you.
I backfield behind Turpin. Macon is wide to the left. We're going to sweep it to the right. Thomas is looking to throw. Had good coverage. He couldn't throw it. Wilson can't get him down to the backfield. He's scrambling and out, brought down about the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure that this guy went across the middle if anybody was on him neither. Would you see? I mean, the play was set up.
Yeah. It looked like he could have thrown it to this guy going down the sideline early, but he chose not to. 4-yard gain. It's 4th down. They need 13. That's nothing for Mr. Macon if we turn him loose like we did the last time. 50 seconds.
He's definitely going on this. He'll run this.
Yeah, with the clock running out. He's in punt formation. Wilson is deep, but
I tell somebody's shadowing him.
He fakes a lot. See what he does. They take a long count. He is going to punt. It's high and short. Wilson calling for a fair catch at his own 39-yard line.
Well, he's punted it.
He punted one earlier after they faked it and called it back on a penalty.
But we've escaped all these shenanigans he's been doing back there, didn't he?
Let's see, 27 seconds remaining in the half. And ball is between the 39 and 40-yard line of Monroe. Monroe made us take a knee. Kendall and High are lining up behind Harlan. He takes a knee. Clock's under 25. That should do it for the first half. They spot the ball on the 38. Falcons will lead at halftime, 15-6. Bobadell will have our offensive stats added up shortly. We'll look at those. And here comes our guest, our halftime guest to speak to us. Let's take a 2-minute break. Falcons 15, Taylor County 6 at halftime. You're listening to Monroe County Falcon football. Falcons trail 6-0 early. Moved the ball pretty well all night. They've taken it in for 2 scores and lead it 15-6 at halftime. Cardinals scored at the 1:58 to play in the first quarter. 19-yard pass from Lance Turpin to Leonard Macon. That was on 4th down. The extra point failed on a bad snap, and then they couldn't get it run or passed in. Monroe got on the board with 7:51 to play in the second. 5-yard run by Justin Harlan. The 2-point play was a pass from Eaton to Neil Wilson. With 3:18, Sheldon Hamilton ran it in from 9 yards out, and Justin Carter added the extra point to give Monroe County a 15-6 halftime lead. Billy Joe Murphy's come up to join us tonight. Has the evening off before some serious business this weekend. Of course, I guess you already had some pretty serious business for the last few weeks, haven't you, Billy Joe?
Yeah, it's been pretty busy so far.
When did practice start? And I guess you have some 2 days early, is that right? And
Yeah, practice started August the 4th, and we've been in camp ever since then. We got out the 22nd, I think, last Tuesday. So it's been pretty intense in camp, and we had to get a few things worked out, some shoes to fill on the offensive side as well.
had some good success up there the last couple of years, and I think they've raised the expectations a little bit. And of course, to begin the season with Louisville, the expectation is always high to this time you're going to Louisville to go up there and beat the Big Red and hopefully come back to Lexington with a win to get you started off on the right foot. What's been the atmosphere in Lexington this week?
Well, you know, not only is it just the first game, and it's important just because it's the first game, it's an in-state rival, and it's just Louisville, and basically because of that. And it's the biggest game because coming off of 2 years success seasons and losing what we did, we have something to prove that we still have that success and that potential on the team.
And like I say, it is, you know, something to prove. Prove yourself. You know, the Andre Woodson, the guys that are gone, Keenan Burton, all those guys. They had some great careers. But the question is, and the key is, you know, is to continue that and to continue it for the years to come. And you and those guys that are up there now, of course, you're only I guess you're still considered a freshman, having redshirted last year. You are the guys that it's been put upon to carry that out.
Yep. And, you know, it's just with Hartline being, you know, the one at quarterback, he's got more pressure on him. But it's as well as kids like Kyrus Langster and more receivers, because receivers is a big hole right now. A lot of inexperienced guys besides Dickie Lyons.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on offensive line, there's 2 holes at guard and center that we lost. And the tight end we lost. We lost a lot of offensive skilled guys, and those are all shoes to fill, and that's just part of it. They got to step up.
Like I said, you're in your second year, but still considered a freshman with 4 years to play, and you're playing behind, I believe, a senior. You know, what's it like to play behind? Of course, you know, is he stepping in? Is his first starting year?
No, this is his third. He's all SEC.
Is that right?
He's pretty good.
So you've got a good role model to learn behind, and you know, what's that like to learn behind someone that's played 3 years on that level of football?
Well, I mean, not only is it great to be behind a guy like that, but just a guy of his posture and a guy that can help you. It's just good to have somebody in front of you like that will tell you what you do wrong and how you can improve yourself and all that stuff.
Tell us about, you know, some differences you've seen in yourself. Of course, I talked to a little guy at home. He's a freshman in high school right now, and he keeps telling me about what he's bench pressing and all that. And you might, you know, tell the improvement you've seen in yourself as far as strength-wise, and you know what they're doing to change you physically to get you ready to compete on the SEC level.
Oh yeah, I mean, being redshirted last season, we lifted 4 days a week during the season, and this year I plan on doing the same thing. I hope I can really lift with the red shirts again. So, you know, maybe that'll get my strength up a little bit more and get ready for next year.
Yeah. Of course, Coach Brooks is back. Of course, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, everybody's questioning, you know, is he going to be able to do the job? And like I said, with 2 years in a row going to Nashville for the Music City Bowl, and I guess do you see a difference in him and I guess the confidence not only of him, and then they've already made the decision of who's going to follow him, and you know that maybe establishes some continuity with. Haven't they already said that Joker's going to be the one to follow Coach Brooks when he decides to leave?
Yes, that's official, and that's a great move not only just for the players but for the recruits that come in. They know who they're going to be. They know Coach Brooks not going to last forever, so they know who the next head coach is going to be. And you know, with Coach Brooks expecting success, you know, if you expect anything less of success, then you're probably a failure yourself. And he expects to keep that success going, and anything shorter than the Music City Bowl is unacceptable this year.
Yeah. Of course, the schedule, you know, gets tough. You start with Louisville, and I was looking there a while ago to see Norfolk or somebody, and then you play Western, and is it more?
We play Norfolk State after Louisville, and then Middle Tennessee, and then we got a bye week before Western.
Yeah, of course, Middle Tennessee, they always have an outstanding an outstanding team, and Western, and then you start playing that, I think Alabama maybe that's the first SEC game, and we know how tough that's going to be. Tell us, of course, you talked to us last year about the academics and the schedule, and Bobby Dell talked about coming up here, the fact that it seems like, it's almost like a job. It's you stay busy all the time, but what's the academic schedule like this year along with the football schedule?
Well, it is. It is. I never realized how big of a job it would be and how time-consuming it would be, but it does. It takes up a lot of time, from football from 7 to 12 every morning. Then you have classes in the afternoon and only in the afternoon. So, but this semester I'm taking 15 hours again, but I also have 3 internet classes. So I kind of took it easy on the classroom deals.
And Coach Brooks paid you some compliments Monday night. I was listening, and I'm not sure who it was that called in. Someone called in and asked about you, and he complimented you not only on the football field, but also in the classroom, and pointed out that you were still doing an outstanding job there. And of course, even if individuals that go on to play professionally, they eventually have to fall back upon what they learn in the classroom, don't they?
That's right. And I was listening to the academic counselor talking to a guy the other day, and she said that Pro Scout asked her one question. First question he asked her was, where did the guy sit in the meeting, in the team meeting?
Yeah.
And the scouts said just stuff like that they care about. Your composure, the way you act in public and stuff like that.
Well, Billy Joe, we appreciate you coming up to visit with us, and wish you the best Sunday. The big kickoff game against Louisville, and we'll look for you out there some this year. Hopefully you get to play a little bit, but we understand that, like you said, you're playing behind a 3-year All-SEC individual, but keep learning while you're playing behind him. Your time's going to come.
I hope so. Just got to keep improving.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up, Billy Joe. Appreciate it. Good luck. Billy Joe Murphy, in his second year at the University of Kentucky. Redshirted last year, so he's still considered a freshman, still has this year and 3 more years to play. And we look forward to seeing good things coming from Billy Joe. You want to go ahead and run them down, Bob? We've really got 5 minutes on the clock, then we'll have 3 when they come back out. So we'll go ahead and run down the stats.
Well, I tell you what, our running game was just divided up. We didn't have not a single big star on it. We had 5 people that carried the ball, and 3 of them was over 20 yards, so that's a good running game. McHale High carried the ball 1 time for 6 yards. Kendall carried it 6 for 36. Harlan had 7 for 35. And I'll tell you, Justin had some real nice runs, and some of those just was quarterback keepers. And he even had, of course, his average went down because I think we gave him maybe the 2 fumbles that hurt his running average. So he really just carried the ball 5 times, but as you said, we got to give them to somebody. But we didn't lose them. That's the good part of it.
Yeah.
And Wilson carried once for -2, and that was the first play of the game. And I think that was kind of a call before we started, and then it didn't work like it was supposed to. And Shelton Hamilton carried the ball 5 times for 23 yards and a big touchdown. And also Harlan had to mention his 5-yard touchdown. In the passing department, Justin was just 2 out of 7. No interception, that's a big plus there. And you even mentioned it, but 2 or 3 of his incompletions was just maybe a step away from completing them. He was 0 for 1 to Kendall, 1-1 to Hamilton for 25 yards, and that was a big one. That was their second score. That really the one that set it up down there. And then Eaton caught 1 for 17 yards, and Lyons had one pass attempt to him for his incomplete. Wells had 2 pass attempts for no completion. Maxey had 1 for no completion. So we were 20 rushes for 98 yards and 2 out of 7 in the passing department for 42. So had us running 27 offensive plays for 140 yards. And I want to emphasize, you'll have to go back and listen to it. It's it's not official, but it's close.
But good offensive performance and good defensive performance as well.
Another big stat that we started, they had 8 penalties for 65 yards, and we had 1 for 10. And I think they also had 2 turnovers. I think they fumbled. I had them for a fumble, and then the pass McHale had the pass incompletion there. So 140 yards. That's that's a 280 clip there, and in a decent defense. Punted 1 time, and Gary just almost with a yard from making a super punt, getting them out of bounds on the 1 yard line in the first half. You got to be pleased. You come away on a visiting team with a 9 point lead at halftime.
Yeah, 2 of their drives, we backed them up. They took over once on the 20, ended up at the 14-yard line, and then the last time they had it, they went from they gained 15 yards on that one, actually, from 15 to 30, and we stopped. Of course, we thought we had them stopped there about halfway through the second quarter. They ran a 44-yard fake punt, but Mikhail High ended that drive with his interception, caught it from 25, returned it 13 yards, and we went on a 62-yard drive that took only a minute and 30 seconds to tack on our second touchdown to lead it 15-6 at halftime.
They also just handed me a stat there from the other team. They said the Thomas kid had 82 yards in the first half. Of course, me and you had 50-something them on one play.
Yeah.
And said take that away. We've held him intact pretty good.
Yeah, we had him for a loss on that play.
Right,
And he breaks
sure
it
did.
loose.
Sure did.
Yep. Halftime score, Monroe County 15,